Okay, so let's go over integers and uh, and the division or um, the quotient of integers, which basically means the division of integers. Okay, when you divide by integers. All right. So what is integer first off? In my other videos, I already went over what an integer is, but if you haven't seen those other videos, integer basically is a whole number, not fractions. All right, but whole numbers, which can be either positive, negative, or zero. So they could be anywhere from negative infinity to positive infinity, and then zero in between. Okay, so they're all the numbers on the number line, both the negative and the positive numbers, and also the zero. All right, so in my last video, I went over the rules of multiplication when it comes to integers, and those same rules apply to the division or the quotient of integers. Okay, so the first rule that we went over was that two numbers with the same sign, either two positive numbers or two negative numbers, are going to produce a positive outcome or a positive number. Okay, so for example, say we have 60. All right, and we divide that by 10. Okay, well that's going to equal 6. All right, two positives make a positive. Okay, two numbers with the same sign make a positive number. Okay, or produce a positive outcome. Okay, so let's look at numbers such as negative 60 and negative 10. Okay, well that is also going to produce um, positive 6. Okay, so again, two numbers with the same sign, such as these two numbers and these two numbers, are going to produce a positive outcome. All right, that would apply to any numbers with the same sign. So, for example, 10 and 5. Okay, same numbers with the two numbers with the same sign, and therefore you're going to get a positive outcome. All right, even if you would have put negatives over here, you would still receive a positive outcome. Okay, so the second rule that we went over was two numbers with opposite signs. So for example, negative 35 divided by 7. Okay, well that's going to produce a negative. Let's get a different color there. That's going to produce a negative 5. Okay, and it doesn't matter which one's negative. You could have had a positive 35 up above and a negative 7 down below, and that would have produced a negative 5 as well. Okay, and that works with other numbers as well. So for example, say you had something a little more easy like negative 12 divided by 2, no, divided by 4. Well, that's going to result in a negative. That's going to result in a negative 3. Okay, so once again, this is worth repeating. When you have two numbers with opposite signs, like a negative and a positive, you're going to get a negative. A positive and a negative, a negative, a negative and positive, a negative. Okay, yet with two numbers that have the same sign, you're going to get a positive. So two positives make a positive, and two negatives make a positive. All right, even though they're two negatives, they still make a positive. Okay, and then we went over the idea that when it came to multiplication, that when you have a group of numbers and you're multiplying them, just one negative is going to change the outcome of the rest of them. Even if you had like 100 positive numbers and just one negative, you're still going to get a negative outcome, because that one negative taints, or corrupts or changes all those positives into a negative. So for example, say we had 120, all right, and you divide that by 10. Okay, well, those are two positive numbers, all right. And what's that going to equal? Well, that's going to equal 12, right? And then if you divide that by, well, let's say we divide that by 3, all right, there's another positive, okay? And that's going to produce another positive, two numbers with the same sign, produce another positive, and that's going to be 4, okay? And if we divide that, though, by -2, well, now we have opposite. We have with two numbers with opposite signs. So we started with 120, and then went to 10, two numbers that are positive, and other two numbers that are positive. And then we had another positive number here, but then we had a negative number here. Well, that negative number is going to change the result for all of this. And now the ending result is -2. And again, that's worth repeating. When you have multiple positive numbers and just one negative number, it's going to result in a negative number. It's going to produce that negative number. All right, but it's also worth remembering, yet again, that two numbers with the same sign equal positive. So say I had this -2. If I just divide that by another -1, well, now we are going to have +2. So it's because two negatives make a positive. Okay? All right. That's pretty much it for the division of integers. We're going to stop the video and we'll make another one later on. All right. Bye-bye.